we mentioned Terrell Davis, and it's kind of remarkable what Saquon is doing. He can break all of Terrell Davis's marks, and even Riggins is in reach. If he has a monster 160-yard performance in the Super Bowl, he would have the most rushing yards in a postseason. He can break Terrell Davis's most rushing yards in any season, regular and playoffs combined. He's the difference maker in many different ways because he wasn't on the team last time. The Eagles did double their number of Jalen's and added Saquon for this rematch. How do you see it all playing out, DP? What do you think?
Mahomes is graduated to the class of Brady. I just wouldn't bet against him because if there's the game on the line and he has the ball, he's done this before.
Yeah.
It's almost going to take like a fluke tip pass or something fluky, I think. But let me ask you this. More likely to win in a blowout, Eagles or Chiefs?
Eagles.
I think most people think that. It's weird, though, that I've gotten a reaction where people go, hey, they'll win however they need to win. And I go, it feels like the Eagles have more weapons be able to be more explosive.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, A.J. Brown, we all, talk about the book, and that was funny and everything like that. But the night that Saquon, I was there in Los Angeles in the whose house? Rams house. The night that Saquon ran for 300 or had 300 scrimmage yards. A.J. Brown had a 100-yard game in that night.
Yeah.
He was unstoppable. And he can be, too. And they've got the offensive line to do it. I mean, the Eagles are fully equipped to win this game. But if I had to pick a blowout win, I would choose the Eagles.
The Eagles are a better team.
But
they're the better team doesn't always win.
Yeah.
It's weird. The better coach team, the better quarterback team is Kansas City.
I would agree with that.
But the better team, that offensive and defensive line, that combination, the combo platter of that is, that's how you win, and you don't have turnovers. If, Hurts doesn't have that fumble in the first Super Bowl.
Right. That leads to 6.
He was unbelievable. He was awesome. I don't know if he's ever reached that level again.
Well, two things. One is
last game.
Last year was so off that he didn't reach it. This year he didn't have to. That game 2 years ago, Saquon wasn't there. Hurts led the Eagles in rushing that day against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Now he doesn't. As a matter of fact, 7 Hurts touchdowns came. We found out we had that number yesterday. 7 Hurts touchdowns this year came after Saquon was tackled inside the 2 12 times. It led to 7 tush pushes. It's unreal. Of the 12, only 1 time did they not score at all. So Saquon is such a difference maker in that regard.
But we will not have a running back win an MVP in our lifetime.
And in the Super Bowl or just period?
Period.
Anymore.
This was the perfect script.
I agree. Like, if it's not this year, then when the hell?
Well, McCaffrey last year should have won it.
Yeah.
Really? They made it to the Super Bowl, Dan.
Saquon was the difference with Philadelphia. Like, he changed their entire...
Well, I'm not disagreeing. I've been saying it all year.
Yeah. I thought of this, that we won't have an MVP as a running back anymore in my lifetime because you had a guy who had 2,000 yards. Now, I think he may have lost the MVP because he didn't play in that last game and set the all-time record, which would have been easier for the voters to go, well, he did set the all-time record. Lamar's going to win, but...
Lamar had to play significant games in the last 2-3 weeks. Josh Allen didn't. Josh Allen's significant games happened when he beat the Chiefs, then he smashed the Lions, and then lost to the Rams in a game where he was better than he was against the Chiefs and the Lions. Yeah. And then he didn't have to play, so I think that's when he lost it. And I think Saquon lost it when they pushed it 7 times. Inside, like, Saquon takes it inside the 2, down to the 1, and 7 times somebody else gets pushed in. Could you imagine if he had 7 more touchdowns?
How many did he have?
I think in general.
Did he have 12 on the year?
12 or 13 on the year. He could have had
20. Yeah.
13 rushing. Yeah.
But he did change them.
No doubt.
And he made Jalen Hurts better because, and I talked to Harbaugh about that today, Justin Herbert, QBR went up because he threw 100 less passes this year.
Yes.
Hurts, same way. Less passes, higher QBR. Josh Allen, less passes, higher QBR. You're starting to see that where these quarterbacks can be more economical, but be better because they don't have to put the ball in the air 40 times.
Wow. So if Jim Harbaugh is saying less is more, it's funny. We had Jed Fish of Washington on the show the other day.
Yeah.
And he told a story. I said, what's your favorite Harbaugh story when he was with them at Michigan? He said he once told Jim less is more. And Jim goes, how's that possible? Less is less. More is more. And so now you're saying that Jim goes, less is more. I guess he's learned it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.